What's up? Okay, today is a sunless tanning day. I'm here to just show you a couple things. This is more of a how to use your sunless tanner tutorial versus me doing it all over and showing you the finished product. I'm just gonna be showing you key things on how you can get a killer awesome tan. First things first with me, I actually do something different. Stay tuned, check this out. So you might have a couple questions when it comes down to sunless tanner. What's the best sunless tanner for your face? How do you do it to get, if you're getting into the grooves, the elbows, what ways that you can make your sunless tanner last longer? These are key tips for you that I'm gonna break down in this right now. But one of the key things that I like to do before I start my tanner, again, this is personal opinion, and this is 100% personal, and this one I don't know if I fully want to share, but I grab my husband's trimmers and I actually trim my arm hairs on my arm. They're not crazy, they just, I want things to adhere as much as possible, not to mention, I don't like arm hairs. So I trim those down and give them a little bit of a different look. So I will go and trim my arm hairs before I start. Just a little how I do it. I come in like so, and then like so, and I just work my way up the arm. You wanna make sure you get the elbow, make sure you get all of this all the way down onto your hands, everywhere like that. So you're just gonna go through and continue that on. So that is one key tip, key things that I like to do. But you'll notice one of the reasons that I like to do it too is you notice that you will see your dry skin a lot more, and that's something that we have to work on getting off. So one of the amazing tips for you and what can help you with your sunless tan is how do you get your tan to last longer? And how you do that is by 2 days before your tan, you're going to exfoliate and shave your legs. So the day before the tan is the day that you shave your legs. 2 days before that is when you exfoliate. So I love to exfoliate with something, oh my gosh, this one is my favorite. It's from a small business called Moon River. It's so good. But this one is a coffee grapefruit scrub. And so you can see, so it's not hot right now. So that's an oil, and then it has the scrub in there too. So I'm hydrating the skin and I'm scrubbing off the excess. I wish you could smell that. It's so good. Just cut your camera. So while you're in the shower, you are going to want to take the scrub and you're going to work it all over, get it rubbed off. It's gonna leave that oil behind, and this stuff is just so good. I'll show you its consistency, like that. And this isn't stuff though that you put on your face. Anytime you're doing a scrub for your face, this is too coarse. But you're just gonna take it and you're gonna scrub it on, work it nice and slow, probably have your things a little wet, and then you're just going to continue to scrub with the elbow. You're gonna come like so. And make sure you get your hands as well, and continue down, same exact method throughout your whole entire body. And then you're going to scrub it off. We would be in the shower right now, not in my sink. Okay, so you're gonna do this on 2 days before your tan. This is one key way to make sure that you get your tan to last longer. So I can already tell right now that my skin is way softer. Like really, really, really softer. Okay, so 2 days before, the day, and then the day before for your legs, any shaving is the day before you do it. The reason why we want to do that is because we do not want to have a lot of soaps, lotions left over on your skin the day of the tan. Because the day of the tan, if you imagine if you had a lotion on, you put that on, the lotion rubs off, that means some of that tan rubs off. So remember that the day that you do your tan, you don't want to have a lot of lotions on. The next thing that you want to do when you do a scrub for your for your face when you exfoliate, something that's more gentle like this. I get this on Amazon. I'll leave the link below. This is really awesome sauce. It's so gentle for your face. Oh, I love this stuff so much. It does such a good job. Another scrub that you can do, this is so good, right here. Okay, so these little cubes, you take a cube, and you may think, I actually don't use a whole cube for my whole body in one time. I'll split it in half, put the other cube in there. My arms will be wet, or my body, whatever, and I'll do this cube in like bits and pieces, and I'll put the scrub, see what it does? This one's a little bit different. It's so amazing. I'll just go through my whole entire body. You can see that scrub going on right through. So this is different things that you can use for yours, and I'll end up using half of that for the whole body. Today we're gonna waste it. Scrub is off because I just got out of the shower, right? Don't do this, do this like whole body. Like we're not just doing arms here. I'm just demonstrating with arms, but this is what you would do for whole body. You're gonna scrub your legs, your chest, your back, torso, butt, everything. You're gonna do a scrub 2 days before that tan. Then we go to our tanners. So I have different kind of tanners here. This is a lotion that you can just put on. This is an actual foam that you can put on. And then these are drops, and this is a spray. So all of these are used a little differently. The foam, this one, some of them are quicker ones, but some of them you leave on for 6 hours. So allow 7 to 8 hours before showering or coming into contact with water. So this is something you'd want to put on at night, and then you would wash it off in the morning when you woke up. So these ones are more high maintenance, and I'm gonna tell you a difference between the two of like these versus these, and I'm gonna tell you which one I prefer as well. Here we go. So I am going to throw on the foam tanner for you. Anytime before you start though, what goes off? Jewelry and clothes. But in this case, jewelry. Jewelry comes off, bracelets come off, rings come off, because if you don't do your hands right, it's gonna get stuck in those rings and it is not going to look good. Okay, jewelry comes off, and I'm gonna start with the foam, and I'm gonna show you the foam one, and then I'm gonna go to the other ones and show you those too. So when you have the foam, you wanna definitely shake it. Shake, shake, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. What? You're gonna shake it up. Oh my word. First of all, I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, foam it. So you're gonna put your mitt on, because you need to have a mitt. Otherwise, it's gonna make your hands jacked. We're gonna put the foam on. Okay, I did about 2 pumps. And what you're gonna do when you start your arms is you're gonna pop it in 2 different places, because your last focus is going to be on the elbow. So we're gonna rub this around, and you wanna make sure, and because it goes darker, you can see where it's hitting, okay? The next thing before I go down and do my hands or anything like that, I'm now gonna come to this spot. And yeah, it is a little darker right there. It's okay, it will be fine. Work it out as much as you can. You don't wanna leave it in an area for too long, even like that. But we're working it out really well, and now you can see. Okay, so it wasn't enough to do under there, so I'm gonna do 1 little pump, and I'm gonna come back here and do the back side, and you can see that I missed that spot. So I'm gonna make sure. Now I'm gonna go into the elbow on this front side and work my way down, and I'm gonna keep my hand turned like this and get into those cracks. If you do it here, what happens? It doesn't go in those cracks. So I'm gonna continue this on into my armpit, and then that's when I would go into the chest and just make sure it's blended out really well, even though I don't have any more product on. The last thing that's left over is the elbow. You can tell it has nothing on it. So whatever is left on my glove, that's what the elbow gets. We rub this around really, really well, and then that's when I come into my hand. Go onto the fingers, into the cracks, bend your hands over like so. So this is how you get that tanner on your hands. outside of those cracks. Tanning the hands is hard. Make sure you get it all in. And again, focus on those knuckles being open and not like this. Anytime you do that, you're missing all of the little cracks in your skin. Okay, we have it wrapped around, and I am gonna do it into my hand right there, but this is all gonna get washed off. Okay, so the arm is done, and you're gonna go to the next. Now this knee, the leg and the knee is going to be the exact same thing. Your focus is gonna be at your shin, at your thigh, bring the two together through there. So it's gonna be the same thing. Go to your ankle, make sure you get into your sides a lot easier too. Okay, so it's gonna be that exact same thing. Now, this has to sit on here for 7 to 8 hours, which means I would go to bed. So when I go to bed, by the way, if you hear any noise, that's Brady working out. When you go to bed, you want to make sure, I like to sleep in clothes that I don't care if it gets ruined. And when I do these, I do like to sleep with a sheet that I don't care if it gets ruined over my bedding, because I have white sheets, just in case, just to be safe, because this is gonna sit on me all night. I'm gonna hurry and wash this arm off though. I'll be right back in a second and I'll show you how I do this arm. Okay, the next other method that we have is the method with the spray or the drops. So I'm gonna show you with the spray what I like to do. This one I don't really use a glove. I do use my hands. So I will take the spray, and on it, it says, hold bottle approximately 4 inches from body and spray micro mists directly onto the skin, massage in circular motions, and let dry before dressing. Allow 2 to 4 hours for the tan to fully apply. Wash hands after application. Allow 6 to 8 hours before showering. Okay, so I actually will put this on and go about my day. No tan will show up, or I will put it on at night before bed too. But this one, so what I do is I actually don't hold mine for 2 to 4, what does it say? Yeah, no, 4 inches away. I actually put mine on close, otherwise it like sprays all over. So I will spray it close, and I'll count how many sprays I do, so I make sure that I do the same on this arm too. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and count it, and then I would rub this in, bring it on up my upper arm, and then I would make sure I get this good all around. And then I did go over that elbow, but that doesn't count, okay? So I'll show you what I do here in a second. So I rub this all over, get in the elbow good, and then I bend my elbow, and I take it all around and get it really good there in my elbow. And then I will take more, 2, 3, and I will make sure I get it in my armpit and all of that really well. I will then know how many I did on this side, and I'll go over to this side. The last thing I do though is I have to make sure I push. So again, I spread this open, and I have to make sure that I push it in and come around here. And on my hands, I just like to use what's left over, or I will grab a lotion, and what's left on it, I will then put it and kind of on my hand. In fact, I could do a spray onto my hand and put just one spray with that lotion on my hand. Again, you want to get inside the cracks, get onto the finger with them closed, knuckles closed. Ooh, this popped a little late. Okay, then the only thing that you really want to watch out for, which I didn't talk about on this side or this side, is the palms. So it's really important with your palms that you do not leave them with color on. I've tried it. In fact, one of my tutorials that is recorded, and I can't remember which one, but I was testing what it was like as if I just rinsed off, like went like this. And you do want to get it off really well. So there always tends to be this line that can linger, so you want to make sure that you rub this. Oh, by the way, this rag is damp, okay? It's not dry. It's dry here, but this is a damp rag. So you want to make sure that you get that off, come into these cracks, even though, yes, you did just remove that. Go onto the side of the palm, and you're going to rub these off. The last product too, so this Isle of Paradise or something like it, you are going to get a lotion whatever lotion you want. And I have to pay close attention to how much lotion I do ratios wise too for which arm I'm gonna do or which leg. So I will know, I love doing this because I'll do a full pump to see how much I'm using. So I'll usually do 2 full pumps of this mixed with however much I want of this. So the drops, this one depends, this one depends on how many drops you want. Add 1 to 12 drops to your favorite moisturizer, mix together and apply to skin. More drops equal darker tan. So I use about 6 drops for my fair skin. You can go dark if you want. This company, they have a pink one for light skin, a medium one that's green, and a purple one that's dark. And the light one, I just have to use a lot more, so I like to use the medium level, but this is what I do for that. You take this, and you know how many drops you're gonna do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And then I know how much lotion that I want to do just because all I did was pay attention to how much I want to use. So there is a squish, okay? And then I'm going to take the 2, rub them in together. And then this, I would put on, again, same theory. Okay. So it's coming around, rubbing it in, doing the exact same thing, but you're gonna keep rubbing until it's blended in. This hand is coming to this arm. So you're gonna just rub it around, get in the cracks really well, bring it all the way up, all the way back, in all of this, and then bring it into the armpit. If it misses the center of the armpit a little bit, it's okay, as long as you don't have a strong line. So you wanna make sure though that you personally get into the armpit, but if there's a little bit lighter that's not a harsh line in the armpit, you totally can, it works. And then again, you're gonna finish rubbing this in really well, where those wrinkles are. Same with the top of your hand. Same with the elbows. Turn the elbows and apply. And that is, my friend, how you do these different lotions, these different tanners for you. Lastly, I want to wrap this up with sunscreens. So have you ever noticed, and comment below if you have, that you're into the summer months and you can see your sunspots a lot stronger than you could before? Well, granted, sun's getting on them and they don't like that. So one thing that you need to pay attention to with an ingredient in your sunscreen is zinc. So you want a sunscreen that has zinc in it. If you're trying to do a mineral sunscreen, if you don't care what kind of sunscreen you use, but you do want one that has zinc in it. So I'm gonna plop up my favorite sunscreen right here. It's one from Image. Now comment if you have one that you think is really good for sensitive skin and that's more matte and that a man would like too. Because we tend to notice that men are way less likely to use sunscreen when it's annoying, and a lot of people are way less likely to use sunscreen when it's super annoying. So I was able to find this Image sunscreen that my dermatologist recommended, and it smells like Fruity Pebbles, and it's a mattify sunscreen. So how you work your sunscreen, and I don't have it right here with me because it's actually where I do my makeup, is you need to give it time to set in. So it has that chance to mattify before you apply your makeup. So that is my favorite sunscreen. Sunscreen is gonna be one of the biggest importance for you. If you're anything like me, I know you, well, actually you might be able to see. Do you see? Where's the camera? If you zoom in, there's this line that goes from here to here. Can you see that? I don't know if you can, but I can kind of see it very gradually. I actually had to have Mohs surgery to remove some basal cell carcinoma. That is a cancer that usually you get when you're a lot older, and I was in the sun so much without sunscreen on my face. So if you're watching this tutorial and you're 20 years old thinking you don't need sunscreen, it actually takes a long time for that skin damage to make its way to the surface because there are so many layers in the skin that it shows. So get your sunscreen in. Sunless Tan Use some goodness. I will link all of this in my video, but if there's one that you think is gonna be really good that I didn't talk about, then share that in the comments below. You will find links to everything that I used. There are a couple really awesome brands, but this one has been doing a really good job. But there's some really awesome tanning brands that you can do. Again, comment your fave if you can, and even better if you can give us a link. All right, I have to add this in here too because I don't want to forget about the Sunless Tanner for your face. I just want to add a couple key things. With Sunless Tanner, depending on your undertones, it can pull you a little green sometimes. So that is one thing to pay close attention to. So to be completely honest with you, I rarely tan my face. I'll tan my body, and then I'll put my makeup color to the level of that instead of tanning the face too. But there's a couple key things that are awesome that can help you as well. And one of the things I want to point out too, I never shared with you which one's my favorite. My favorite way to tan is going to be a spray. So a spray or the drops, but I like the spray because it dries quickly and I can just put my clothes on and go. Would I wear a white shirt? Probably not, but I love that I can just put my clothes on and go, and so I really do like the sprays. But they're only gonna give me a like glow, not a full-fledged tan. In fact, I think if I went too dark, it would just pull me too orange. So on the days that I really need to have a solid tan, because you know how that came out really dark, you wanna go with a darker tan if you're really trying to get a dark tan. This is never going to allow you to accomplish it the way these will. So choose which one you like. I just like how I'm not gonna say I'm lazy, but I definitely like the easy way out with things. And this requires me getting out a sheet, wearing clothes to bed. And this just requires, hey, when the time's up, and you'll have your tan. So I like this kind a little bit better. With your face, one fun thing that I like to do is I actually like to just use the makeup on my face, or where I would actually contour my face. I actually like to take a makeup brush and just put that on that area. Let me go grab my makeup brush. I'll go grab my makeup brush. Hold tight. I'm back, baby. Okay, I got my makeup brushes. This is the cool thing that you can do. So I have my spray, and I pay attention to where I want my contour to go. And so I get my makeup brush. I'll just use this one since I don't use this one as much as I use that one. And I put on the brush that makeup, and I go into where I would contour. Okay, I go across on the forehead where I would contour. And then I do on this side where I would contour. Okay, before it dries, I'll turn my brush around and blend so there's no harsh lines. And I'll just kind of blend it out. So I have another tanner too that you can see better, and I'll plug that picture of that right here, where you can see better where the contour sits, but I'll blend this out so it's not a harsh line. And so that way I naturally just have contour on like bronze warm glow where I would wear my contour and let that set in. Just make sure that you're blending in rock solid good too. And then you have that contour. I'm not gonna contour my nose, just those key areas. I sprained my arm, so I need to make sure I take that off. But that's how I would bronze my face, honestly, so that because I pull green, and so I don't want to do that. I know that Fake Bake does one for faces, and there are ones that do for faces, and these are ones that you're gonna put on more frequently because it goes off of your face so much with your face washing. So that is that. That is how you are going to do that, baby. Just watch for the green pull. This can be used on your face too. I've used it on my face multiple times. I actually have super sensitive skin. This one doesn't bother my skin like other ones do. So that's why I also tend more to just do the contouring line than do a full-fledged tan on my face too. But here you go. This is the goodness. Jewelry off, exfoliate 2 days before, shave 1 day before, and go at it with a little bit of a method, and you're gonna rock it. Get your sunless tan on, get your nice glow. Always, if you ever want, be like, hey Joss, I learned this from your tutorial, I went and did it. Share it with me, send me a pic if you want. You can follow me on Instagram for more goodness where I engage. I message you if you want me to. Well, you have to tell me, you have to ask. And I show you more how-tos, more demonstrations, because I want to make everything easy for you. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go live on Facebook with Fit Mission Makeup with Jocelyn McClellan. Instagram, my handle is jocelyn.mcclellan. You can always subscribe to this channel, ring the bell, and you are set. If you want to subscribe to my newsletters, they come out every Monday. I even have a boutique called jossbydesigns.com that you can go shop at too. I got you covered. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.